Look at how beautiful that is. Binky agrees. Look at how cute this is. I think Binky would just be so happy if I just picked him up all the time. Binky. Okay, so this video is a very long-awaited... What are you doing? Do you see this cat? This video is a very long-awaited organizing my bookshelf video. Now, first off, you just have to admire it for a little bit. I mean, look at how beautiful. Binky! What are you doing? I'm kind of out of camera. Hold on. This is very awkward. Technology these days, bro. I think I like this bookshelf a lot more than my current one because this one is lighter, and since my room is so small, it really brightens it up and doesn't really seem like it's crowding it too much. So, this one seems like it's crowding it a lot though. Is this an excuse to talk about some new books I've got? Yeah, it kind of is, but that's okay, that's okay. Everybody loves my commentary, I hope. Is a 5-shelf bookshelf. The shelves are actually pretty big, so I can probably stack a couple books in. My method for making bookshelves, I mean, lots of people, they just put books in like one by one normal way. But I kind of have an abundance of books, and therefore my method is trying to stack as many books as I can into one shelf without it looking like bad, you know? This is my other bookshelf, and as you can see, let's just take this shelf for example. I stacked as many books as I can into the bookshelf, but I think I'm going to be taking some of these out and then putting it into the other bookshelf, just so this bookshelf over here won't look as blank and this one would be like stuffed full. Without further ado, let's get bookshelf organizing. The first thing we are adding to our bookshelf, which is not a book, is this. It is a book nook, and I think this is supposed to have a lighting system. I did all of the wiring in the back right here in the bottom, but I actually never tried it out. So right now this is how it's gonna stay, and it's gonna fit so nicely on my new little bookshelf. Look at how nice that is. Right now the lighting is not that good, but it's okay. This is how it looks like. Very nice, very nice. Now we're gonna start adding some actual books. I'm very late to the game with this one. Get it? Late to the game. Because it's the Hunger Games. I am hilarious. Okay, I'm sorry, I'll shut up now. Sunrise on the Reaping. I got this last week and I am super excited to read this. I mean, look at that cover. And it feels like a new book. It smells like a new book. I'm super excited to read this, and it's so exciting that it's gonna go right next to the garden house. Actually, honestly, since that's a part of the Hunger Games series, I should probably go get the Hunger Games and like put them together. I'm gonna go do that really quick. It's on my other desk bookshelf. As the rest of the Hunger Games series, they are all in hardcover except for this original book because I got it at the thrift store. I got the whole trilogy at the thrift store actually. This one I got for really cheap. I didn't even know this one came out when I got it. I think it was 2022. I think I should just put them in like chronological order. Look at how beautiful that is! Look at that! Now I would put all of my dystopian together because over there on my desk bookshelf, you probably don't see it that often, but my desk bookshelf has all my dystopian. It has the Maze Runner series, the Divergent series, and I might switch these over sometime. I put them next to my other dystopian books, but for now, this is going to be their home. And now I'm going to have to start on the big stack that's right next to my bookshelf that you guys probably never even seen before, but I'm not going to show you now because that would be spoilers. Next book I'm going to be adding to the bookshelf is Ember in the Mist by Brendylin Manti Anner. This is actually a self-published book that I found at the thrift store, which is like so crazy because I never find self-published books at the thrift store.
I always see so many Twilight books, so many like early 2010 vampire books, but I never see self-published. And
this one I read and I actually did not mind it that much. It was actually pretty good. I mean, the cover is so good. Whenever I publish my book, I'm gonna have a cover like this. Yeah, and I think the sequel is supposed to come out sometime this year. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna have to look it up. I will put it at the top shelf right here. I think I'm gonna organize this bookshelf by genre a little bit, maybe. I don't know. I don't organize my bookshelves by anything really. I just fit them together with what looks good. Adding some Marie Lu books. I have a legend, which I still have not read. This is on my summer TBR, again. But I do really want to read this. I also have another book from her called The Young Elite. This one is significantly a little bit more beat up than Legend because this one I got at the thrift store. So we have 2 of these Marie Lu books. Going to put them on the bookshelf as well. Oh, I don't know if the Hunger Games really fit here. I might have to put them back on my other bookshelf and find space for them. I think I'm gonna do that. I will be back really quick. This is how it looks right here on my desk bookshelf. These are some of the books I have. These are on this top shelf is my dystopian, as I said. Here we have the Divergent series, kind of mid. Don't mind this rip. I got this. These all are from the thrift store. Most of those are from the thrift store too. And I have my my very old Warrior Cat book. It's there for sentimental reasons, okay? We have these 2 books, Tuesdays at the Castle and The Rose Legacy. I remember reading this and really, really liking it. This was my first ever Jessica Day George book I read. I think I was 10 or 11 when I read this first, but I really liked it, and I do want to reread it because I kind of forgot what happened. And we also have Tuesdays at the Castle. I never actually finished this series. There's a bunch of books in the series. There's Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. There's no Sundays and Mondays. I do want to reread this book as well. Sorry about the camera shaking. My cat is stepping all over the tripod. Please get down, please. Oh my gosh. After that other little mishap, I think I might be moving them actually over to my other bookshelf because my other bookshelf has these 2 books. Also by Jessica Day George. These are the Dragon Slippers trilogy. I don't have the last one, but since they're all by the same author, they have to go together. So I think I'm going to be making some space in that bookshelf over there. Okay, we have a couple books that I think I'm going to be adding here. These are YA. So first off, we have Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Peterson. First off, look at this cover. Hang on, I'm throwing my books over there, sorry. But look at this cover. Look at how nice it is. I have not read it yet, but I'm kind of waiting for fall time to read this because it seems like kind of like a fall time fantasy thing. Kind of a cool map. Look at that. Okay, anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. This is a clean fantasy, so I am... And it's really chunky too. I love chunky books. I don't know why people get intimidated by huge chunky books because I just get excited by them lots of times. But we're going to be putting that up here as well. We have The Warrior Maiden by Melanie Dickerson. I am excited to read the series. It's like the 9th book in a 12-book series, but it's kind of a series that you don't have to read it in order. It's just a bunch of fairy tale retellings, but except it takes place in the medieval times, like the 1300s, 1400s. The first book of the series, and I really liked it, but I need to get out more from the library because my library does not have the full series. I mean, they added a couple of these books, but obviously they had to add this one, the one that I already owned. And we are putting that right there as well. And then we have 2 like totally out of my comfort zone genres. These are To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han and the sequel, P.S. I Still Love You. You might be very shocked at this because this is literally a contemporary kind of romancy book, and the same genre that I said that I would never read, that I absolutely hated. But I actually watched the first movie of this one before with my sister, and I actually kind of liked it, which is like really, I know, I watched the movie before the book, I'm sorry, but I actually really liked it, so I decided to get this one, and this one was at the thrift store, so I was like, yeah, might as well. So these belong next to Garden House. I mean, honestly, this looks so out of place, though. There's a bunch of like dark colored fantasy, and then there's just bright pink hat. I'll have 6 Crimson Cranes, which it wasn't really, I think it was popular back a couple of years ago, but again, I found it at the thrift store. I was like, ooh, I've been wanting to read this, so I grabbed it. But I think I'm going to put this up here. I think I might move these books over here. Like, these are like the chunkier books. These are the smaller kind of paperback ones. Even this is paperback, but that's chunkier. Maybe these ones will be like a little bit more of the popular side, and these will be less popular. We also have another book that I just picked up from the thrift store, Six of Crows. Now I know this was like extremely popular. We do have the first book of Shadow and Bone, and this is the continuing series, I think. Like, you can read it by itself too. Yeah, I don't know why I spent so long just staring at it, but another book. This looks like every other person's bookshelf, honestly. Just a bunch of popular fantasy. Oh, therefore, I'm going to be adding some unique and different books. Yes, we're going to be adding a bit of classics. We have, okay, sorry, I said that I was going to not be basic and add like another fantasy. This is another fantasy, but it's like a retelling of A Princess Bride, and I think I didn't read The Princess Bride before. My sister watched the movie, but I didn't really like pay attention. These are like the basic fantasy books that everybody reads, and these are the more unique, different fantasy books. Adding some different ones, as in Sharon Cameron Artifice. I'm sorry guys, I don't know how to talk. Actually, really excited to read this because I really liked Bluebird and all the plot twists.
I mean, I get that was a big event and stuff, but not everything that happened in history was World War II.
But this is like actually interesting because like there's painting. It's so nice when two books are actually the same size. So we have these two books. I don't know where to put my historical fiction at. So, we also have another contemporary. I know, you're absolutely shocked. Here we have Tokyo Ever After. It's like Princess Diaries a bit, where she is living a normal life until she realizes that she is like the lost princess of Japan or something. I don't know. It just seems kind of interesting and not like your average everyday contemporary YA. Here we go. We have, I'm going to just speed through these. We have 1984 by George Orwell. It was sitting in our garage for I don't know how long, but my mom said that she already has a copy and I can have it, so I grabbed it. Then we have a nonfiction biography of Lucy Maud Montgomery. I never really like reading nonfiction except if it's like for writing or something. I did read a biography of Ella Montgomery beforehand, and since I really like her books, I'm going to read another one. Just for fun. And we also have Wolf by the Ears. I've had this for like so long, probably like 3 or 4 years. I've never read it though, so I do need to get to reading this. Then we have Mind for Keeps by Jean Little. I think I talked about this before. Jean Little was one of my favorite authors when I was really young, like 8 or 9. Well, I picked up this book a really long time ago as well, but I got halfway through it and I never finished it. Some of the last books we have in our stack right here is the Little Women collection box set. Now, I read the first 2 ones, Little Women and Good Wives. These two are usually combined into one book just called Little Women, but there's like part 1, part 2. But I have never read the sequel. For some reason, Little Men and Joe's Boys are so hard to find. I don't know why they are so hard to find. So instead, for Christmas, I got this box set of all of the books. A little bit of abstract cover right here. Next to... And so we also have some more fantasy, but this one is actually unique because this is actually like Christian fantasy, which I absolutely love. So this one is The Wistress. I read this last year in May, and I really wish I hadn't because this is such a good winter book. If you're looking for a book to read this winter, even though it's literally summer as I'm filming this, if you're watching this in the wintertime, this is a great book to read in the wintertime. It has ice skating elements. It's just really good. We have another book that I'm actually really excited to read too. It's called Nightmare Virus by Nadine Brands, the same person who wrote Wistress. I'm super excited to read this. It came out last year in July, so I'm thinking it's going to be a good summary kind of book to read. It just looks so cool. I'm so excited to read this. My Christian fantasy kind of section. This is like basic regular fantasy. This is contemporary. This is historical fiction / classics. That's kind of where my brain is going, I guess. I actually kind of used up the whole stack right there. I'm going to be transferring some books from my bookshelf over there onto here just so this won't look as blank. And I do have a bookshelf outside of my room. It isn't, some of the books aren't even, I don't really consider to be mine that much, even though they kind of are. They're mostly middle grade, but I will go look there anyway. I'm back. I went a little bit crazy, okay? I did not realize I had this many books. We have Matched by Ali Condi, which is actually dystopians, and that means it should go over there. I'm gonna go find a spot for it. If there's no spot for it, I'll be doing some stuff over here. That was really nice. There was one little spot and it fit in there perfectly. We have some more historical fiction right here. We have White Rose, poetry form, which is a little bit disappointing. I mean, you see this book and then you're like, ooh, wow, chunky book must have lots of words in it. And then the words are like so minimal. I also have Luck of the Titanic by Stacey Lee, which I am excited to read as well. The Wind in the Willows, which I have never read. I've never read any of these, actually. I lied. I read To Kill a Mockingbird. This was really good. I did enjoy this a lot. I did annotate some of it. I didn't annotate it too crazy, just like grabbing a ballpoint pen and underlining a couple things. The Mill on the Floss by George Eliot. A lot of these classic books my mom just had doubles of, so she just gave doubles to me. I also have Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens. And we have Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. First off, look at that cover. Look at how beautiful. I did read this. It took a crazy amount of time for me to read. I did not enjoy it as much as I thought I would, but I think it's I have to kind of read it consistently to really get in the mood for it. There we go. Add in our historical fiction. Kind of getting there. Does not look that bad. We can add a Lucy Maud Montgomery biography right there. It's looking like a real bookshelf now. I found The Hobbit. I do want to read the Lord of the Rings series this year. Maybe not, I'll probably not read it full this year because I still have to finish Narnia. But I do want to read the Lord of the Rings, so. Okay, so we have a couple books right here that I'm going to transfer over to this bookshelf. I have the Sky is Falling trilogy by Kit Pearson. I've talked about these in my middle grade recommendations video. Since this is middle grade, these are all kind of like YA up here, or like classics. I think I'm going to make a shelf down here for middle grade. Some really old books, right? They aren't really old, they're from the 1970s, but it's a little collection of a bunch of small little books from the 1970s, and I'm going to be reading them. Obviously, that's why I have them. I think another book can, like a small one can fit in the gaps, like right there. Does that work? Here's another Jean Little book, Dancing Through Snow. Okay, this is how it's looking. Pretty good, pretty good. And then down here we have some middle grade. I mean, honestly, I probably should have put the books at the lower shelves, but it's okay, it's okay. I have a couple more books right here. We have The Secrets of Soleil. I read the last book of this trilogy. It's so good. I can't believe I finished the whole trilogy. We have A Wrinkle in Time trilogy. I think I read the first one a while ago, still, like a really long time ago. I do want to read it again, though. I feel like Pride and Prejudice is like so nice, though it has to be displayed. Would that be something? No, it doesn't really fit. I mean, maybe. I do have The Goose Girl by Shannon Hale, the same person who made the Princess Academy books. And we also have The Two Princesses of Bamir, I don't know. So, fantasy. Hello, friends. I've got some more books. We have Echo Mountain. I did read this one before. I got it out from the library a long time ago. I think it was 9 or 10. But I did like this. I really liked Wolf Hollow and her other books. These are her other books right here. But I did really like those, and I want to reread this. I think this is based like during the Great Depression. Down. I'm going to put those down like on the lower shelf. This is how this shelf is looking. Secrets of Soleil. I love this book. Okay, so we have some more books. Renegade Trilogy. I remember really liking this, but I haven't reread them yet. I read them a couple years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. So I'm going to have to reread these to see how I like them. Okay, I think I'm going to put them right here. But all the Marissa Mayer books have to be together though. We have 2 books of the Prison Healer Trilogy. I read this one. I have not read this one yet. Have The Crown's Game. This was really good. I actually really liked this. I gave it a 4.75 star review. It's historical fantasy set in winter in Russia. Actually, I think I might set it right here. Here's the Lunar Chronicles. These ones are so good. This is like my second favorite book series after Keeper of Lost Cities. Wow, look at how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh, I forgot about Heartless. Okay, one second. Can't forget this Lowbro. Read it together. But like this, you can see it's boring. There's no like interest in the bookshelf. Work. We have Little Planty. It's not real Planty. I named my real plant Planty, but it's upstairs since this is in the basement. I have to put him up out of the way because my cat will eat Planty. Little Planty. Ooh, beautiful. No, not beautiful. So much room for all my books now. I need to fix my other bookshelves because they are kind of in disarray right now. So I would take you along with me. My goodness, look at what I found. I found a quarter. Yes, guys. Okay, if you are not Canadian, it's ready. Look at that. This is a Canadian quarter. You always know that it is 25 cents because it has a little moose on it. Queen Elizabeth II. Okay, as we have some Jessica Day George books right here. I can make... Look at how beautiful! My Anna Green Gables series. I kind of want to reread this. That's me like half of these books in this video, honestly. I kind of want to reread it. Even though I've been literally getting out so many books from the library. Oh my gosh, you guys can see again? Bro. So all of the Ella Montgomery books are down here. Look at how nice these are. Accumulated some more. We have Skyward. This is like, it's like a mix between the Lunar Chronicles and Star Wars. We have the collection, the novella collection, which I am going to read after I finish the series. Then we have the 3rd book in the series. I read the 2nd book out of the library. Idea. Ooh. Like that, I mean, it's really out of place with all this like sci-fi dystopian and then Anna Green Gables. I don't know, because these are all of the classics and historical fiction up here, so I feel like this would work better right here, but there's not enough room. I'm going to move these contemporaries, and I'm going to put them... Remember, I still have like 2 other shelves in the bottom to fill up. I probably should have filled up the bottom ones first before the top ones, but then we have the question of Anne. Like, where'd she go, bro? So we have little Anne right here. Whoa, don't ruin the book. Remember, it's a bit random, okay? As I said, I'm not really sorting by genre too much. I mean, obviously, yeah. These are like classics, historical fiction, sort of. These down here are dystopian, sci-fi, a bit of contemporary and fantasy. Up here, fantasy, like YA fantasy, a Christian YA fantasy. Then we just randomly have Anna Green Gables and Pride and Prejudice. Maybe like right here. Right here. Right here. Here. Oh! Maybe right here. Ah! Yes! We found a spot for little Planty. Look at that! Little crochet octopus. That has to go... maybe right there. I have a great idea of what I can put in the bottom shelves. I can put my old journals. So, we have my old journals and diaries that I finished. This one, okay, let's start with chronological order. We have this first journal right here. This was the first ever notebook I ever finished. And I say finished with quotation marks, finished, because in order to finish it, I just cut out like the last 3 pages of the notebook. Then we have my second journal that I finished. This is when I really stuck to journaling. This was my 12-year-old me journal. Then we have this huge chunky journal. I mean, look at that. And I filled up every single page. I know what I can put in my bookshelf, my journals too. So let's just put them down here. So there we go, we have my journals. I'm actually gonna put them at the bottom. There we go, these are all of my old journals. So I'm gonna go look for a couple of extra books, and then I think this might be nearing the end of this video. Okay, hello, I'm back. The last couple of books I'm gonna be putting on this bookshelf are the Nevermore series. I read 2 out of 3. I do want to read this third one here soon, maybe this summer. But this is actually really good. It's a middle grade fantasy series, and the world building is actually really good. I was really surprised when I read this. And I also have Ferris. I need to find Allah Enchanted, so I put all these books together. So, 2 by Gail Carson Levine. No, that doesn't look right. Okay. Perfect! So, this is how my bookshelf is looking so far. I'm gonna go find some notebooks to put inside of my bookshelf, but I'm not gonna be filming it. I'm gonna be running up and down the stairs. So, I guess this is the end of this video. I guess I'll just film this outro on the floor. There it is. So, yes, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be making another video in a month. A whole month. Yeah. Okay. That's it. Bye.